instructor chair. I've looked at the chart. I've planned treatment. I know the diagnosis. I'm washing my hands. I'm entering the room. Knock knock.
Come in.
Hello, Miss Sally. How are you doing today?
Good.
Very good. My name is Ivan. I'm a student physical therapist assistant. I'm here today in part from your physical therapist side. So he wanted us to be able to work on some spinal stabilization. Have you done that in the past? No. Okay. So really, what that is, it's a couple of different exercises that's going to help us uh, increase stabilization in your back. Hopefully, that will help us decrease pain and strengthen those muscles, and then it's going to help us work on your body posture overall. Okay. So throughout this process of these exercises that we're going to do today, is I'm going to be kind of looking at your back and making sure you have good upright posture. And then, well, again, we're just going to do a couple exercises. Okay. I'm sorry. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and verify your identity. So would you please tell me your last name and date of birth?
My start August 17th of 95.
Okay, thank you. Miss Sally, so again, like I said, I was able to look at your chart, and I understand you were in a car wreck a couple months ago. Was that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so you're having a little bit of trouble, kind of with neck motions, and then also sleeping, correct? Okay. Now, Miss Sally, other than that original injury, have you had any falls or any other injuries in recent weeks or days, anything like that?
No.
Okay. So Miss Sally, all I really need from you is just kind of follow my instructions. We will get to those exercises. I'll ask you to get into different positions. Do you get dizzy at all when you do that?
No.
Okay. So is it okay if we go ahead and get started?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Miss Sally. So first thing I'm going to do is I do have a couple weights we might use here in a second. Um, but first thing I'm going to start with is we're going to try to work on your neck stabilization. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to do is first you're going to do a chin tuck. So you're going to do is you're going to bend your neck down, and then you're going to try to kind of get that double chin that everybody gets. So if you will look down and press kind of back, you should feel kind of your neck muscles kind of working there. I'm trying to hold that for about 6 seconds. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Good. So we probably do that another 2 reps or so. Um, Now, Sally, what we're going to do next is we're going to try to work on some isometric exercises. So I'm going to place my hand on the side of your head. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna ask you to do is just kind of press against my hand. We're gonna do that. Hold that for about 6 seconds. Okay. We're gonna do that. Can you press any? Can you go harder?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, rest. And then we could go ahead and do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we could do another 2 reps on her left and 2 more reps on her right. Okay, Miss Sally. So what we're gonna do next is work on some elbow flexion. So let me pull my chair. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is we're just gonna be working on elbow flexion. So can you do this for me? You don't have to hold sign. And then what I'm going to be doing is applying resistance to these motions. Okay. So I'm going to hold it in this position. So try to bring your elbow up. And I'm gonna hold for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna move up a little bit. So try to keep that elbow kind of in line there. So we're gonna do that again. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna move up a little bit more. We're gonna do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and this time you're going to be bringing your elbow down. So now I'm applying resistance under your arms. Go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Move a little bit down. One time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one more down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. And for this purpose, my chair would not be a rolling chair. It would be a stable chair where she's not turning. And again, I'm watching her back posture throughout these exercises to make sure that she's not rotating. And again, you're keeping upright shoulders and kind of level head. Okay. So for this next one, Sally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand, or I'm going to turn a little bit. So I'm going to stand here, and then what I want you to do is, are you back up all the way to the section? So what I'm asking you to do is you're going to lean into my hands. I'm applying resistance again, okay? So just lean against me. Can you go stronger again? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I forgot on the other exercise we would do both sides. So I would then come on the left side and do the elbow flexion. And then we're gonna go back. So now try to pull back like that. Oh. Let me try to hold the chair now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And we would do that another 2 times forward and another 2 times back. Okay, Miss Sally? I'm gonna have you stand up. Can you stand up for me? So what I'm gonna ask you to do here is, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
You stable? You feel you balanced?
Yeah.
Okay. So Miss Sally, what I'm gonna have you do is we're gonna do just kind of some high knees and some marching here. So kind of do like 20. So 10 on each side. What's that? 10. 10 and 20. Okay, good. Now, Miss Sally, what I'm gonna have you do is, can you do this motion for me? So you're gonna start at kind of your left hip, and then you're just gonna bring that all the way out here. Okay, and then back. And then can you do the other arm? Do you have any trouble with that? Do you think you could do it with some weights, some light weights? Why don't you try that with your right? Why don't you do 2 more reps? We do 6 reps and then you can switch. So go ahead and switch. Do the other side. You feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
And 6. So we could do probably another set of those, another 6 on her right, another 6 on her left. Okay, Miss Sally, so let's go ahead and we're gonna sit down on the bed here, and then you can lay down. Okay. So Miss Sally, what I'm gonna ask you to do is, can you go ahead and lift your right arm kind of up and over your head? And actually, I'll take one of these pillows and maybe make that easy. Okay, and then can you do the left one? Okay. You didn't have trouble with the weights, right? So we could use some weights with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to try that. Good. You could just do like 6 reps on this side and then 6 reps on the other, so you don't have to keep switching. And then what we could do is actually also kind of raise the arm, and you could try to kind of bring it up like that. It'd be easier if the bed was a little bit shorter for your other side, but we could do to the side as well. Okay. So you can take that away, and then can you, you don't have to lift your leg all the way up, but can you kind of lift it about that height there? Okay, and then can you do the other one? Alright, good. So, why don't you try kind of touching your left hand to your left foot. You don't have to actually touch it, but just kind of that motion where you're trying to touch these two. Like that, just like that. And then the other one. Okay. good. So you can try doing about 8 more of those. So just another side, just circle. How are you feeling?
Good.
You okay? Does that give you any increased pain or anything like that in your lower back?
No.
Okay. Alright, Sally, so what we're gonna do next is what we call a posterior pelvic tilt. So what I'm gonna do is ask you, so if you're kind of looking at your pelvis like this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to bring your pelvis forward like this. Wait, no, I'm sorry, backwards. So it's kind of like you're just trying to push onto the bed, and to kind of give some a better idea, what I can do is is it okay if I place my hand kind of under your back?
That's fine.
Okay. So what you're trying to do here is kind of just push the small of your back onto my hand. So can you try and do that? There you go. Just like that. You would try to hold that for about 6 seconds. So remember to breathe. I know with the light weights, you are kind of prone to breathe normally. When we start adding more weight, and then especially like this, when you're kind of trying to hold the position, you'll tend to hold your breath. So you're just trying to make sure you're not holding your breath throughout. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say we just did a couple holds, 3 holds for about those 6 seconds. Okay. How are you feeling?
Good.
So Miss Sally, let's go ahead and you can sit up for me, and then we're gonna get on our hands and our knees. Okay. So right here, just kind of make sure your knees are kind of under your hips, and then your arms are kind of under your shoulders there. All right. And so, are you able to kind of lift your right hand up? Sorry about that. Okay, and can you do your right hand now? Alright. Now can you lift your right leg? You might have to scoot up a little bit. Okay, good. So when you do this, we want to try and make sure that you're keeping kind of that, again, straight back. Okay, you can put that leg on. So you just want to kind of do kind of like a rep. You don't necessarily have to hold it there for too long, okay? So try the left side. Okay, good. Alright. And now do you think you could do your right and your left leg, your right arm and your left leg at the same time? So with both of those? Okay. You can come down. So again, we're just doing kind of like a rep there, and then can you do the other side? Okay, good. Come down. Okay. Alright. So go ahead and just take a seat on the bed. How are you feeling?
Good.
Do you have any increase in pain?
No.
You feel worn out after that exercise? Okay, good. So we would continue on just trying to increase how we're doing those exercises. So again, we can always add weights. When we're doing the marching in place, we can add cuff weights to the leg. Again, all of this is going to help you try to work those back muscles and make sure you don't have any contractures or anything like that. Again, so we're always going to be working on our body position throughout. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. So what I'm going to do is report back to my supervising PT, and he will be able to kind of see where we go from there and how we can keep progressing, because you did fairly well today. Okay. So if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to take my equipment. I'm going to make sure that you have a call light. You're in a safe position. I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to exit.